Welcome back, lazy gamers. So I've been playing a lot of Ara History Untold and I wanted to take a break and decided to start a new Civ 6 game, and I picked Babylon here. The map settings are pretty straightforward here. This is a standard map, but instead of 8 civs, I have 10 civs because I'm starting off with a low sea level and on a continents and island map. I find that this combination gives you a lot of interesting land masses, and the extra 2 civs does make it challenging. Besides that, pretty much everything else is standard. The start position is legendary, and I have barbarian clans, heroes and legends, and monopolies and corporations on. Babylon leans heavily into a science win or a science victory, but pretty much every other victory condition is also very possible and doable. We'll play the map and we'll see how the game evolves. Let's not stay locked into a science win only. I did pick sparse resources just for the drama, but outside of that, everything seems fine. Let's take a quick moment and talk about Babylon for a second here. So Babylon's main ability is the Nino Elo Serum, where each specialty district except the government plaza, the first time you build it, you get the lowest production cost building. Very useful in the early game, especially because if you build a campus or a holy site, you get the library and the shrine respectively for free. Extremely useful if you're aiming for the first, for an early prophet or an early scientist. And you do get an extra envoy when you build other districts for the first time. A diplomatic victory is kind of low on the totem pole of options for Babylon to pursue, but yeah, it's a good thing to have. The other abilities are the Anuma, Anu, and Lil, which basically is probably one of the most broken and the strongest traits that any civ has in this entire game. Eurekas, instead of giving a boost for science for the technologies you're researching, they give you the entire tech outright, which is pretty insane because the moment you are boosting a science tech, you have essentially got that tech. And you can leapfrog through the tech tree really well if you kind of min-max and play this optimally. Which, that's not my plan here. My plan is to just kind of relax and have fun. My intention is to play the map, play the rival civs as best as we can, and see what kind of victories evolve for us. The Sabum Kibitum is the unique ancient era melee unit. It's weaker than a warrior, but it's basically like a stronger version of a scout. They do upgrade into swordsmen, so there is definitely some sort of a play you can make with them. But typically, once you build one, you don't really need to build others. It's a decent unit to build for early scouting. The Palgam is a very strong building. It's the watermill replacement, and it gives you housing and 2 production. But more importantly, all freshwater tiles in the city the Palgam is built in, they get 1 food, which is, if you want to be growing and growing tall really fast, it becomes one of the buildings that really make it happen for you. But it is map dependent and definitely requires more than a little planning. Back when the 3 stars Redux challenge of the month was out, I had put out a guide to approaching that challenge. That challenge actually had a few different, few more quirks added to it. And the guide that I had put out pretty much holds true for this game, pretty much any Babylon game you play. I'll make sure to link it in the description or at the end screen, and definitely check that out too. In a nutshell, if you're new to the game, you can probably play along and kind of see how you want to plan the Eurekas around. But that guide pretty much gives you a sort of a playbook to essentially approach what you want to be building when you want to be building it. In many cases, as Babylon, you need 2 districts of every type to make sure you get the most of all the Eurekas possible, which means you need to have a reasonable amount of cities with a diverse medley of districts built in it. And since this is going to be a deity game, I don't expect things to be easy, but a little bit of early planning and thought goes a long way. So let's see what we have got here. I think in place would be okay, but I think I want to move over. Okay. Alright, so we have a wonder up there in the tundra, and maybe getting a holy site out early is going to be a good starting play.
An enormous and lofty physician without a knowledge of...
The problem with that wonder, and I can't really ever say the name correctly, although the yields from that when it erupts and improves the tiles around are good, settling next to it or building districts right next to it is never a good idea. But I'm expecting that those tiles will actually improve into some strength. Alright, let's deal with this camp now. Korea.
Writing means sharing.
Alright. Since writing is boosted, I think prioritizing a campus early would be fine. Sweet. We can snipe the camp. Alright. Korea is a little too close, and yeah, let's get a Sabum Gibitum here and maybe queue up a Slinger right behind it. And looking at how these, okay, so the Korea seems to be moving up towards me, and I don't think this is going to be a friendly game.
It is not wisdom, but
Yeah, I think my Pantheon can wait. I need at least 2 or 3 units in here to hold down, but it all depends on how many units Korea sends down. Okay. Yeah, that Barbarian could be a problem, but... Oh, good God. Okay. So this game might not go well. Let's see.
I am fond of pigs.
Yeah, we are gonna get slammed by the Barbarians on one side and Korea on the other. And yeah, I think maybe like 4 or 5 turns more, and maybe we have a chance of surviving. But I think the war declaration came a little too quickly for my liking. I mean, Dance of the Aurora would be the right play here, I think, but I might need God of the Forge. Let's see. There's a good chance I don't survive this. Oh god. Yeah, I think this is game over. Okay, we have boosted archery, but I think it's a little too late. Let's see, maybe the vampire would help. Okay, maybe that's a mistake, but let's see. Alright. RIP. So yeah, so I mean DT, the problem with DT games is no matter who you are, this can always happen to you. And we will reroll from this point, and hopefully we end up with a better spot. Okay, so we are on a geothermal fissure, so I'm definitely going to be settling in place, and there are some very strong campuses around me. In fact, yeah, that's a very, very good campus. And definitely an aqueduct adjacent to the city center somewhere, but now the only thing is we need to meet someone really quickly, or else if I'm isolated I might have to rush or like hard tech writing, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Okay. Alright, we have a camp that we should... Okay. That scout should not get to us. Let's see if we can chase it down. And I think getting a slinger now would be the right play. Okay. Yeah, we gotta chase him. Alright. It's a very good chance that we'll be boosting bronze working very, very soon. So, yeah, let's get a builder. Actually, let's get a monument. Maybe we can try and make a play for a hero here. Hello. That is Antananarivo. Interesting. Yeah, take that. Okay. I think Magnus first, because we do have a ton of chops in the area, which we should try to make the most of. Alright. And I think, yeah, take the promotion here. And maybe, yeah, put the slinger in the far line of fire. I think I'll be
Weigh the
boosting.
forces a
Yeah,
little bit.
perfect. Boosted archery here. Beowulf.
Not
Beowulf.
wisdom.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I want Beowulf here. I think, yeah, kill the camp, I think. I'm tempted to raid it for the gold, but I have a feeling that Antananarivo's warriors might beat me to getting the actual kill on the barb camp, so maybe taking it out is perfectly okay. We have a very decent +3 campus there, so yeah, let's place it down. A cool thing with like when you take out barb camps, you get the odd eureka or an inspiration that can benefit you. And as Babylon, it's gold.
If there are no dogs in,
Okay.
I'm also interested.
Sweet. Bronze working is boosted. And we have an iron up there. That's good. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone mining first here. I could have prioritized a worker and gotten my campus out faster, I guess. Or got my holy site out faster. Buenos Aires is kind of close to me and someone's already met Buenos Aires, so... I don't think I have a lot of land to work with here. I think the land I see is pretty much going to be the extent of my empire, at least till the mid game. But we'll try and make the most of it. And yeah, let's try to work some growth tiles here. Zanzibar. Oh, sweet. Okay. Okay. I think, yeah, let's move the archer down so he can help with the camp. Holy sights up. Okay, we need to get to pop 4
When you find yourself in a
and
hole,
meet someone. We know that Buenos Aires has met someone, so maybe heading in that direction is going to give us the writing boost. Okay. So Pantheon time. I think Divine Spark is perfectly good in this spot because not only do we have a holy site in place which will help us get our profit faster, I do expect to get at least 1 or maybe a couple more holy sites as soon as possible. And my secondary cities will pretty much be leading with a campus. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna chop that. Okay. Worker number 2 needs to boost irrigation with the farm on that maize so we can start building our palgum. Yeah, Beowulf is the only one available to me, and Beowulf simply is not. I don't think Beowulf is the right play here. Werewolf like obliterates enemy units. He's greatly good in war, especially if you're forced into a war situation. But I think we can do better. I think we need just maybe hold out for a bit. See what other heroes we can get. Okay. Alright, irrigation's done. We'll get our Palgam now. Yeah, let's raid this. I think this Sabum Kibitum needs the tortoise promotion when he's able to promote. And we gotta take out that camp.
Don't reinvent. The Lord made us all out of iron.
I'm still working the growth tiles, but I'm working the iron tile. That's fine too. That's fine. Catherine.
Writing is easy.
Okay, so writing's boosted. So our main thing is to chop down the forests. Actually the jungles, and we'll try to get our city to grow to 4 pop so we can place down the campus. I think that's pretty much the need of the hour. And yeah, let's do that. I think I'm fairly certain I'm going to get a golden age. Especially since I hope I will be getting my campus. This campus is going to give me 2. Sweet.
I thought Clay must feel
Alright. Let's chop that. We are at 4 pop. Let's okay. So 9 turns for the era to change. I'm going to place down my campus now. Both the campus and the Palgam are going to give me era score. And okay. And I'm definitely going to get a religion too. And that's going to give me an era score also. And the religion is something I cannot control. At least I can hold off on the campus and the Palgam to be constructed. So I can defer that era score to the next era. But yeah, let's get a settler out. I think I'll be able to get provision on Magnus soon enough, so I don't have to lose pop for it. Hello, Caesar. Okay, so Caesar is kind of close and Paris is kind of close too. Yeah, and killing this campus will probably need to wait until the next era too. Yeah, we are getting this in a few turns. So let me hold off on that chop for now. I do have the gold to buy out a tile I can improve, but I don't have to do it right now. 7 turns for me to get state workforce, and I will get my settler out before that. So maybe I need to do something slightly different. I'm already have iron working, which is in the next era, so maybe I get a trader. It'll boost currency, but that's fine. Yeah, hold off on killing that. We have a prophet and we'll have a religion next turn. Yeah, I think I'll have the first religion in the game, which definitely it gives, instead of the 3 era score, I think it gives you 4 era score, I believe. Okay, religion time. Let's pick Zoroastrianism. Now, work ethic, feed the world, or choral music. Each one of them has their own benefits. I do need the culture. The culture is definitely going to be useful. But I think I'm leaning towards work ethic, but feed the world also would not be bad at all if I'm going to grow a really tall empire. And maybe since I'm not going to have too many cities, but I'm Babylon, so I'm not too worried about growth here. With the Palgam, things will be much, much better. I think between work ethic and choral music, one of them has to be the right play. Choral music will give me two culture, which is going to increase my culture from 5 to like 7 ish. But I think work ethic is better. The extra production early is going to be very, very important. And maybe I'll go with World Church here for the culture. It's not two culture, I think it'll be one ish culture initially, but it will only get better. Could pick a bunch of other things here, but I think world culture is probably the right play. Sweet. So Golden Age is secure. We have our trader. Yeah, good. Doesn't matter where you go. Take the shortest route.
Consists not in
That's fine. I think I'm going to leave my warrior in this area and kind of hold off any settlements that can come down that way. The mountains are giving me a very good natural defense against potentially France or and Caesar. Okay, so Magnus provision is what we want, and we'll get a settler next turn, so that's perfect. Oh yeah, should have revoked those tiles. Lost out on some production and food there. Hello. That is a fantastic spot for a campus. Oh. Okay, so there is someone else up here, so maybe that campus is not going to happen. I was thinking of settling on the sheep, but I can see the borders of city-state there. Okay, settler number 1 needs to go towards the mountains for sure and secure some of that land closer to the city-states. I think the mountains on the river is preferable, but off river is also not bad. And considering how many spots I have, okay, so maybe this is a good time to place down some pins here. Okay, maybe one more city between on the river next to Babylon, and then maybe a couple more cities out to the east. Yeah, that pretty much puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities max in the land that I see. 7 cities is not bad. And that city also has a fantastic campus. Anything, I mean, plus 3, anything more than 3 or more is sufficiently good. And we already have those 2 mountains. The area between these mountains is going to be great for holy sites and campuses also. There is a case to be made for settling slightly, like 1 tile north of the spot, of the cattle spot. Maybe go up on the mountain there, off river. I'm not settling on the river because it's next to the volcano, and I just do not like settling and putting districts next to volcanoes. It's one of those things there. Very early on when I was playing this game, I was burnt with that. I think I got to plan a campus and a holy site in this spot here. There's a chance that Buenos Aires might grow out to that campus style, so maybe some combination of yeah, definitely a campus and a holy site here in some I think that's not bad. Maybe leave that tile open next to Buenos Aires. And that holy site gives me a chance to build Mahabodhi also. Yeah, the way things are, maybe settling on the cattle might be better, I think. because it will be a 3-1 tile to work, and that 3-1 tile will really mean that I can grow a little faster. It is off river, so that city will need a granary soon. Okay. Yeah, now we can get some chops out. Sweet. Golden Age.
Look back over the past with its change.
Yeah, let's switch to urban planning here. And yeah, I think I raided the camp one last time. Can hire a boat here. I think I should. Mexico City. Okay. Oh, sweet. So we can choose Antananarivo right now. And I think with my next governor promotion... Oh, Mulan. Better than Beowulf for my play, but... maybe. Well, yeah, let's get Amani here and plug her into Zanzibar. So we're going to start off with 2 city-state Suzes right off the bat here. There are too many boats in the area, so I don't want to wander too far with this trireme. And that campus is... yeah, nothing's going to happen. Had I scouted that spot early, I would have got it, but it's fine. The Balgam is built, and we are a few turns away from our campus. Okay, I'm gonna kill this. I think I want to hang back with the trireme. Yep, let's get the kill. Okay. Wait, what? You continent? Oh. Oh. I'm on the edge. Babylon is on a different continent than Borsippa, and pretty much every city that I'll be settling. So we want to get Casa de Contracion. Definitely. Because along with the 3 governor promotions, every city that's not on your continent gets like a production, gold, and faith boost. So yeah, it's a high priority wonder for us right now. Which means we got to plan for a government plaza as soon as possible. But let's get a builder here and start chopping things. We got to make room for... yeah, I think that spot is a good spot for the government plaza. And right next to the volcano is probably the best spot for Casa de Contracion. Okay, let's try to raise some gold here. Yep. Monumentality gives you a discount towards buying civilian units with gold and faith. Okay, the volcano has gone off here, which is kind of unfortunate because I had this builder just now and I could have actually chopped those things, but... okay, so great scientists look like are highly contested. So even though we'll be getting a good clip of great scientist points, I may not be too lucky getting some of the early great scientists. As Babylon, some of the early great scientists are actually very, very valuable. They give you like Eurekas, free Eurekas, which for Babylon means you get the tech outright. But unfortunately, this game, I don't think I'll be getting some of the early ones. All right, Zanzibar. Oh, yes, Hercules. Okay, that's who we want. We want Hercules ASAP. In fact, I want to get Hercules before I get the campus. Because Hercules is going to build me my campus and my holy site in Borsippa. Yeah, one turret. Definitely. I'm going to chop all these things. Like, I would have loved to have Magnus in the city here for the chops, but I don't want to wait that long. I think I want to get these things out as soon as possible. And Borsippa needs to be at 4 pop for me to afford to put down both districts here. Yep. There you go. Hercules is here. Sweet. Okay. Let's move him closer. Let's place down the holy site. And I'll probably end up placing down the campus too. I should be at 4 pop. Sweet. Campus is built. And I think I'm short of gold here. Yeah, I basically sell the farm. In a situation like this, I think clearing out that that rainforest is far more important. Let's just clear out, sell the farm here and get whatever gold we can get to buy out the tile. Okay. Sweet. We are at 4 pop. Okay. I will be one turning these, so I don't want to be spending any turns investing production into those districts. Yeah, let's get a granary. Okay. More settlers or a wonder. Hanging Gardens would be good because Hanging Gardens makes my heroes live longer. So, yeah. Suleiman. Alright. Classical Republic or Autocracy, really, that's the only choice. Autocracy will help me get my wonder faster, but I think Classical Republic, the housing and the amenity is going to be more useful to me. But, yeah, but I think I need to plug in Corvi to make sure I get the wonder out. Okay. I want to head towards theology, but I don't mind getting some of the other boosted civics also. Okay. Interesting. I could put a city down on either side of the river there. And if I do put it on the right, I can actually put a canal city down on that, between that lake and the coast, which gives me an extra city. Yeah, I think I need to prioritize settlers immediately or on as a priority after I get the wonder, if I get the wonder. The labors of Hercules.
When wasteful mysticism is
The Saburkibidum can stay there and try to gain experience. Yeah, I think the canal city makes sense. I think I will settle to the right of the spot that I had marked out. And this city needs a monument and a palgum, but I think long term, I think I need to move Magnus down here because there are a good ton of jobs here that I can use Magnus for. Especially it helps me rush out the government plaza and anything else I need. Eventually the will help me get the wonder too. Yes, I can't sell diplomatic favor just yet, but until that's the case, I can totally buy diplomatic favor from the AI. It does help me gain some extra gold here. I think gold is a limiting factor for me. And actually, to an extent, even faith is. Maybe I need to go Void Singers this game to get the faith. But I need a lot of builders in the near term and need to get my settlers out. Now, as far as techs are concerned, I'm possibly boosting all these. So let's get castles first. Or let's tech towards castles. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, finish the holy site now. And Hercules has one more district that he can build. And I would have, yeah, I can use him on the government plaza, but the government plaza is generally a cheaper district. So if I can hard build the government plaza, I don't want to. I think I should use Hercules' last district charge on a proper district I can build either in Borsippa or my capital. Most likely my capital, because my capital is more likely to reach 7 pop from this point on. Okay. Yeah, let's improve the volcano tiles. Mines, and the wine. And Hercules, I think let's move him to the capital and then we can decide what to do with him. As Babylon, a science victory is the most natural victory to go for. So getting an encampment actually is not a bad play, or going for an early encampment, even if it's going to be a peaceful game. Having a couple of encampments actually will help your Eurekas. So yeah, an encampment in Babylon is totally on the cards. Let's see. Maybe we should plan some districts out while I have the chance. If I do put the encampment there, maybe if I had the aqueduct there, that would actually not be a very decent industrial zone, because I can quarry the stone next to it. Okay. But in this situation, I think I want to get my industrial zone before I get my encampment. Alright. Second volcanic mine. And I think it's time to start exploring with my trireme or galley. Alright. The wine is online. Oh, come on. Discovered a Nancy. I just improved these tiles. And they got wrecked on the that third turn that I improved. Used the last charge on the builder. Stuff like this is annoying. But I mean, it's part of the game. It's kind of... It's never fun when it happens to you, though.
The ascent to the highest story is by stairs, and at their side are water engines.
The Hanging Gardens is built. I don't know if the... I should have checked if the lifespan of Hercules is impacted when he's alive. I think if I know for all new ones it's definitely going to be impacted, but I don't know if it impacts or affects the ones that already exist. I can't plug out of Corvi. And I think I should maybe plug in God King. We are close to getting theocracy, or theology. So maybe that's fine. Yeah, repair. Okay, we're at 5 pop here, and I think maybe get a few settlers. Let's get at least one for now, and then see what we can do with them. Okay. Let's explore and try not to get killed. Okay. Hello. Jai Varman. Okay. More trading partners means I can have more options to sell my horses and iron, which means I can raise gold a little better. And I think this is a good spot to exploit the diplomatic favor purchases. They will sell me a bunch for 1 gold, and I just have to hold them, and I can sell them back when they are in demand later in the game. There's a chance that city state can grow to that tile, but so I'm not going to be chopping anything in here until I get Magnus installed. So improving the horse and the wine is probably the right call when I get a builder in that city. Maybe right after that settler comes out of Babylon, I think I'm going to move Magnus down to Eshuna. Oh, come on, dude. Okay, I still have that spot. That spot still... The Canal City can still happen. Suleiman is kind of creeping up. Oh, his capital is like kind of close to... I think this is a function of the 10 civs. Basically, the map is supposed to support 8 civs. But I lowered the sea level for more land and added 2 more civs. So things are actually crowded by design. Okay. One more settler here. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we'll be getting to work ethic or scripture next turn. So I think one more settler is perfectly fine. Hello, Vuzetian. It looks like they're fighting. Jaivarman and Vuzetian are at war. Alright, so scripture definitely goes in. Urban planning, colonization can stay as is. Although colonization is going to lose its luster very soon. Definitely temple first. But I need to grow. That's it. Babylon needs to be at 7 pop before I can put down the 3rd district. And I think hold on to the envoys for now. I think I use the gold. Let's just buy out those tiles. Yeah, I'm still far from feudalism, which would have been like the perfect spot to start mass buying builders, but I think the opportunity cost is too high right here. I think I should get that builder and start chopping and improving things. And I have a few more charges here. Yeah. Improve stuff and sell stuff. and raise the gold. Okay. I think I'm gonna send this guy out on that onto that corner and see if I can improve that campus. Okay. Let's put down the quarries. Uh-oh. That galley would be trouble for the city, but let's see. Yeah, let's get the horses online.
A man on a horse is
Let's move Magnus to Esho now. And in 5 turns, I should start chopping out a bunch of different things here. Okay. I might need some more military support in the new city that I haven't settled yet. Yeah, raise gold. Gold per turn is not as important as absolute gold is for things I want to do. I think I should try and buy a second galley here. But yeah, well, the city needs to queue up ancient walls, monument and amalgam eventually. Okay, Suleiman has a Nancy. I've not seen the AI use Anansi to the worst of Anansi's ability for me, where she'll just start eating up tiles. But yeah, we got Maui from Buenos Aires, and it looks like Caesar is trying to kill Buenos Aires, which okay. The second boat. But luckily only one boat can hit me at one time, so I think this city should be okay. But maybe I need to rush the walls out soon. Yeah, let's place the industrial zone down. Alright. If I had put down the aqueduct first, I would have actually gotten to... I would have got a boost for that. Well, it's fine. Hippolyta. Okay. Let's promote you. And I think you need to move down too. Okay. Yeah, this guy's gonna die if he hangs around those boats. Now, since Hercules' charges are all out, maybe he can augment the... Yeah, come down south.
History is the version of past.
Recorded history is done, and I think I'm gonna plug out of colonization and plug in natural philosophy here. So scripture and natural philosophy are gonna stay as the 1-2 important things here for a while. Now, and I think urban planning is good enough. Yeah, a lot of the great scientists are already gone, and there is a lot of many of the other civs are contesting for the ones that are coming out. So I'm not holding out too much hope here. Unless I explicitly start running campus research grants, I'm not going to be getting... But there is so much other stuff to do. I have so many other things to take care of first before I start prioritizing Um, I don't know. As Babylon, I mean, great scientists are actually far more valuable than for other civs, but it's fine. Okay. I think I need the faith here. So I'm gonna go Void Singers because I do have a bunch of monuments, and that extra plus extra faith from the old god obelisks is actually gonna be critical. Okay. Yeah. Let's leave you in the city. And I think I'm gonna buy a new galley, a second galley here. That will boost shipbuilding for me. And boosting shipbuilding means I can actually explore the open waters.
I cannot imagine any condition.
All right.
I don't underrate the value of military knowledge, but if men make war in slavish obedience to rules...
All right. Okay, and Ansi is being a little troublesome in that spot. Let's see. Yeah, that boat needs to come back into the city and heal. Well, I'll use the other boat to explore. And maybe Hercules needs to come to that city. Come to Ashuna. Yeah, it's a good tile. Okay. I think that's decent protection for a while. Let's start chopping and get our government plaza ASAP.
More science into
This volcano is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Okay. Oh, good God. We don't have any niter. So not having strategics as Babylon is kind of a bit of a nerf. Because a lot of the Eurekas are dependent on certain things that you need some of strategics for. Like a coal mine and in a niter mine will boost certain things, which I will not be able to, of course. But then the units I need that need the strategics, I will lack those too, and that could be a problem. So let's just focus on getting some of the military units that I definitely know I'll be needing. Queue them up, get the boosts, and then we can plan further. Okay. There's a good chance that we are going to be at war with Suleiman. Suleiman and Caesar, and to an extent even France, Catherine could be a problem too, but doesn't look like anyone is settling towards us except Suleiman. What do I do here? Can put down a second district, and an industrial zone is perfectly fine there. Actually, I think I made a mistake. Yeah, I think that industrial zone should have been one tile left. Yeah, I think I made a mistake there. One more governor promotion. I think I'm going to go Liang here. Let's plug her in Borsipa, and depending on how crazy that volcano is, I might just go for the uh, protection promotion from natural disasters. Okay. Let's see what he does. Okay, there are more boats in this area. Um. Okay, let's go this way. Okay. Ancestral Hall will be up next turn. Alright. I think, yeah, go beeline for feudalism first. I could have waited one turn to settle that. I would have got a free builder, but okay, I can put down an industry. Yeah, I'll think about it. Eight turns. Yeah, let's promote Liang. 20% production towards Bengala and Babylon is not a bad play either, but I think, yeah, let's commit to it. Let's get to that reinforced promotion. Yeah, I don't want to put it next to the volcano though. I'll do it on a different wine tile. All right. I think I got to move some army down south because I'm going to try and settle that canal city, but it needs a reasonable amount of a military guarding it. Arthur. Okay, that's fine. Sell everything, get the gold, and then use the gold for something useful. I should be able to start the Mahabodhi soon. Yeah, let's get a builder first. Gotta get Mahabodhi up. Uh-oh. I think Buenos Aires is gonna fall. But let's focus on our game. Yep. I think yeah. Should try and get the canal city down. And let's move that builder down here so it can chop things and get at... I'll need walls in that city pretty early. And I don't have access to harbors yet. So I think improving those two tiles, the crabs will give me the boost I need to get harbors. That camp is going to evolve, and actually I don't mind that happening. Let's raise some gold so we can buy that Nagao Mabeba. It's the Congo unique unit. Alright. And you can go down towards the border with Suleiman too. Oh, come on, dude. Ah, this is annoying. Yeah, I mean the tiles are fantastic. They are like high yield tiles, but if they keep going off every 4 turns, that's just going to be annoying. At least right now, because I have monumentality, I can actually get the egg builders and stuff, and things can happen fast. But it will get annoying really, really fast. After I'm out of monumentality, I'm pretty much forced to buy builders with gold. And I think this is a good spot to take a break here. We have had a strong start and the game is still evolving. Our victory condition is still evolving, although I think science seems to be the best option here. But let's see how the next couple of hours shape up and see if we can pivot into something else, some other victory type that would make more sense or would be easier than science. But yeah, so far so good. I mean, this has been one of the strongest starts. I mean, considering the app settings and considering the AIs that we have, I think this game has gone as good as any. But a lot remains to be done yet. Thank you for watching and definitely tune into the next one. If you have made it this far and have enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share with your friends, or consider subscribing. And if you're already subscribed, my heartfelt thanks to you. Thank you.